Today is June the 25th, 2020, and the time is 6:36. I'm sitting and I've watched this law enforcement officer sitting in traffic with no emergency lights on, but blocking traffic. For 25 minutes now. I decided to come down here and see why he's sitting in traffic, blocking a lane of traffic with no emergency lights on whatsoever. This is why these sovereign citizens need to be recorded. This individual has no emergency lights on, but is sitting in traffic. This is a turning lane on New Hampshire Avenue. This individual is sitting down here just talking. You have two officers sitting inside Prince George's County. This is their tag, car number 5623 of Prince George's County. Not one emergency light is on, activated on a New Hampshire Avenue corridor. They're just sitting in the middle of the street. These sovereign citizens do not follow the law. They make up their own laws. Traffic has to go around them while they just sit here. The car can't be broke down because they got the headlights on, so therefore they can activate their emergency lights, but refuse to do so. We got two individuals sitting inside this vehicle. On New Hampshire Avenue in Prince George's County. Any citizen will sit out here, they will get a ticket for sitting in the middle of the street They've been sitting here now for at least 30 minutes. Blocking traffic, one of the lanes of traffic on New Hampshire Avenue. As you see, there are no emergency lights activated. Only thing they have is their headlights on. Citizens have to move, turn, and they have to go around them while they decide they want to sit here in the middle of the street. There's a parking lot across the street, the Bank of America building, where they can clearly sit. But they decided they would like to sit in the middle of the street and block one lane of traffic. An illegal act under the Prince George's County laws and traffic laws. This individual has no emergency lights on whatsoever. But these are the new terrorists of America. They do what they want to, when they want to, because there is no accountability for them. This is why we have to take this immunity away from these individuals and hold them accountable for their actions. They have to follow the law just like anybody else. But these two officers here decide that they would like to break the law and sit in the middle of the street, blocking the lane of traffic. They can't be on any emergency call because their lights are not activated. On the back of this vehicle, there are tag readers. If he's reading tags, he still needs to activate his emergency light on his vehicle. But he decides he would like to block traffic, a lane of traffic, and break the law. Let's see what his supervisors say about this. This is car 5623. Prince George's County. Tag number 4019. If a citizen was to run into the back of him, he would be in the wrong because he shouldn't be parked in an online moving traffic illegally. We're going on now 45 minutes that these two officers have been sitting on New Hampshire Avenue blocking a lane of traffic. Even if these vehicles was broke down, they should have their emergency lights on. This individual does not even have his emergency blinker lights on the back, blinking in ongoing traffic. These individuals do what they want to do because there is zero accountability for them. Them sitting in traffic like they're doing is an illegal act. But they know that there's no accountability for them. What's up, man? Passenger is busy on his cell phone. I thought law enforcement officers weren't allowed to use their cell phone while on duty. But again, they do what they want to do. Again, they're sitting in the middle of the street with no emergency lights on whatsoever, blocking traffic. And citizens have to drive around them to make their turn. We have 2 law enforcement officers sitting in here breaking the law instead of enforcing the law. These individuals are making it hazardous to citizens park here with no emergency lights flashing. And they clearly can't say that they're investigating something because they should still have the emergency lights flashing, activated. They're doing what they want to do when they want to do it because there is no accountability for them. A passenger wants to keep looking over at Bank of America like he's investigating, keeping an eye on the Bank of America, but he's in a marked vehicle.
What's he doing? He's just been sitting there?
Sitting there for a whole hour with no emergency lights on, blocking traffic.
What the hell are they doing?
Above the law.
Above the law as usual.
Yeah. I'll be sending it to the chief and see what he says about it.
I live over on the Tacoma Park. Four Tacoma Park police cars. When I was walking up the hill, cars just zooming down the street.
Oh, yeah?
What's up with it?
Nothing. These are the new solvent citizens. They get to be above the law. They do what they want to do. No accountability. They've been sitting here a whole hour now.
A whole hour?
Blocking traffic. This is a live street. No emergency lights on whatsoever.
Look, he's talking.
What you say? I can't hear you. You all right? You gonna be here all night? Well, I'm glad you told your chief that. Okay. Smart ass. What's your badge and number? Oh yeah, you're not giving me your badge number, officer? What's your name? What's your name, officer? Badge number. Okay. Well, one thing for sure, I'll be down there at Rhode Island Avenue getting it. Filing a complaint against. Don't roll your window up now, tough guy.
Have you heard about how they do complaints though?
Oh, no. Well, one thing about it is you file your complaint, then you file a lawsuit. I have Tacoma Park already. They don't even come down here no more because they're terrible. People are complaining about them left and right. And this is what we're complaining about here. This mug is in a live lane, and if somebody was to come behind him and ram him, you know, the person who ram him would be in trouble. He has no emergency lights on, and he got the nerve to say he'll be there sitting there all night.
There's like no point for him to be there.
None. Zero.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand.
Because they can get away with it. They can get away with it. And there's no accountability. And then that's why he talks smart like he does.
Right. He had to roll down his window and say something stupid.
Oh, it was down at first. He just rolled it up.
I mean,
he'll be there all night, wasting the taxpayers' money, the gas, and no emergency light. I don't care what he's doing. Even if he's broke down, he should have his emergency lights activated.
He's not broke down with those lights on
Thank
either,
you.
too.
Thank
right?
you. He's not.
Okay, so is there a defund or abolish police petition for PG County? Have you seen anything going on?
Right now, I'm with National Organization of Justice, and we have a YouTube channel that puts all these corrupt officers that do what they want to do on it. Up here, I mean, people just got to come together. I mean, this is one of the problems, that accountability. These officers should be held accountable for their actions that they're doing out on the street, not the taxpayers. You can go file a lawsuit, and it's the taxpayers that pay for their mistakes. They should be held accountable for their mistakes, not the taxpayers.
And I mean, it's the police in general.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, just like his brass, he's going to sit here all night with his smart mouth, which he's not going to do, but that's how he wants to be smart. But his brass, they don't reprimand them.
No, it's a whole system. It's a whole corrupt system.
Yeah, all the way up to the courthouses.
That's why we just need to get rid of it.
Well, you can't get. Look, you can't get rid of the police because people run crazy. But you have to get rid of these bad ones that's out here.
Well, we need to redefine police, though, right? I mean, considering how much they are supposedly they're called for, all of the things that they're called for: domestic disputes, domestic violence, someone with a mental illness. I mean,
well, they're not trained for all that.
Right?
They're
they
not.
Need to not be the ones who answer for that.
They should be. They're law enforcement. They are to enforce the laws. None of that other stuff. Just like him sitting out here doing traffic. Traffic is a civil matter. It's not a criminal matter. He shouldn't even be sitting out here.
It's just really strange to me. Is he just trying to get someone to catch a case?
The problem is he's sitting. I don't know what he's doing. Really don't. But he's sitting in a live lane with no emergency lights on. And I've been watching him for an hour. I've been down there and I've been watching him for an hour. He's been sitting right there with no emergency lights on. and his smart mouth, but I'm gonna send this to his chief. I'm gonna see how smart he gets after his chief talk to him.
Yeah, me too. Like, this is just ridiculous.
You know?
They think they can do whatever they want.
Well,
What's your name?
when the people allow them to, they can.
Yeah.
You know.
What's your name, brother?
Michael.
Adriana.
Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah. When you see the police, you film them.
Of course.
You know?
Always. there's too much that can happen.
Yeah. Put them on YouTube or Facebook or anything. Let people see what's really going on. You too, hon. Be safe. I asked the officer that's driving this vehicle what his name and badge number was, and he told me he didn't have to give it. Okay. If he wasn't doing something wrong, he wouldn't have a problem of giving up his name and badge number. It's when they don't give up their name and badge number, they're doing something wrong and illegal. And I don't care what this officer is doing tonight. Those emergency lights should be activated. It's nighttime. And if he's going to stop in a live traffic lane, they should be activated. If a citizen was to run in the back of him, he would be in the wrong. But I guarantee you, if somebody ran in the back of him, they would be in the wrong. There's no reason for this officer to be sitting in a live traffic lane without his emergency lights activated. He is putting citizens' lives in danger by sitting in that live lane without his lights being activated. This is why they do what they want to do, because they know that the brass won't do anything to them. They don't reprimand them, they don't suspend them, they don't do anything. And then for this individual to be slick out his mouth, he'll be sitting there all night. And my problem is with them doing their job is not that those lights supposed to be on. There's no reason for those lights not to be on. If you're going to sit in the live traffic like they're sitting. It's getting dark, and he still has not activated his emergency lights, and he's sitting in live traffic.